Our objective for today, I can identify angle relationships. Let's read together. 1, 2, 3. I can identify angle relationships. Read again. 1, 2, 3. So I did some intro on angles sometime back. This would be a refresher. And also some of you covered some of these angles also last year. So this should be more like a review instead of just like a new lesson. Okay? So angle relationships. We don't need a Fourier model because there is no one angle that we're going to cover. We're going to cover several different types of angles. So we need some definitions. Write these down, please. First one, vertical angles are non-adjacent angles formed by two intersecting lines. Non-adjacent angles formed by two intersecting lines. I'm going to go over that in a little bit. The next one, adjacent angles, having a common vertex and a common side but no common interior points. Having a common vertex and a common side but no common interior points. Complementary angles, two angles that add up to 90 degrees. Complementary, add up to 90 degrees, two of them. And supplementary angles are two angles that add up to 180 degrees. Copy that. All right. As you're finishing up, let me make some space here. Oh, sorry. If you can fit it down towards the bottom or on the side of that, sketch a system of equations. Here's a line. They don't need to be perfect like mine. Let's see. I'll do that like this. There you go. Two lines intersecting, or a system of equations. You guys remember that? You guys don't remember two lines intersecting is a system of equations? No, systems of equations? Of course. Of course we are. Systems of equations is where you graph both equations, and when they intersected, that's the solution to the system. All right. So from there, I want you to label the different angles. This is A, B, C, D. You already explained it, so do the step. What's the next step using this? What goes there? Using this, what is the next step? What did you write? So then you write it there. All right. Here we go. Look up. Look up, please. It says vertical angles are non-adjacent angles. So somebody asked, what are non-adjacent? Well, let me start with the word adjacent. Adjacent means next to. Next to. Therefore, non-adjacent means what? Not next to. So vertical angles are angles that are not next to each other, and they are formed by two intersecting lines. So here are two lines that are intersecting. So angles that are next to each other are A and B. You guys see those? How about B and D? How about C and D? How about A and C? Okay, those are next to each other. Which angles are not next to each other? Tell your neighbor, please. So I heard A and D and B and C. Is that correct? Those are vertical angles. Copy that, please. Also, as you're doing that, let's label this so that we know that these are vertical, A and D are vertical, and a way of showing is like this. This tells us that this measurement measures the same as this one. Also, B and C are vertical, but in order for them to be the same measurement, and that we don't get them confused that it also measures the same as A and D by doing this. Tell your neighbor, why did I do 2 on these and not on these? So yes, I did 2 on these so that we don't get confused that, okay, if this one measures the same as this one, but it doesn't measure the same as this one because they have a different angle measurement. All right. Are we there so far? Adjacent angles have a common vertex, which means a common point where the angle begins, and a common side, but no common interior points. In other words, look at the term adjacent. What does adjacent means again? Angles that are next to each other. So what angles are next to each other, everyone? A and B. What is it? B and oh, D and C. What other? B and D. What other? C and A. Let's see. Adjacent, A and B, yes. How about B and D? Yes. How about C and D or D and C? Yes. How about C and A or A and C? Yes. All those are adjacent because they're side by side. Also, in this case, when they are intersecting like this from 2 lines, not only are they adjacent, they are also supplementary. And let me refresh and remember. We already covered this some time back, but really quick. Remember, some time back I gave you guys, here's a line, and I said this line has an angle. And the angle is how much? 180 degrees. You guys remember that? Yeah. So if they are adjacent, A and B are adjacent, how many degrees do they form? 180 in this case right here. Are we there? But not necessarily in other cases, but only when 2 lines intersect. Adjacent angles form 180 degrees. All right. Now, let's move on. Let's go to complementary. Now, this one, I think I already explained it to you guys. An easy way to remember complementary. Check this out. Let me zoom in. Complementary starts with the letter C, and that's 2 angles that form 90-degree angles. Everybody see that? Everybody see that? No. Huh? Yeah. Yes. All right, and the supplementary, check this out. What? Okay. Everybody got it? All right. So to get us started really quick, there's a couple more terms that we're going to cover throughout, but I want us to get us started with some examples, and then we'll cover the rest. Here we go. Copy example number 1. Example number 1, A. Example 1A, copy that. It says, use a diagram to find each angle measured. A, if measurement of angle 1 is 37 degrees, find measurement of angle 3 and draw your lines like this and label them 1, 2, 3, and 4. Copy that, please. All right, here we go. Pens down, eyes up here. I'm going to go over this one really quick. Check this out. This is how I want this one done. Now, it says, if M, or measurement of angle 1, is 37 degrees, find measurement of angle 3. Now, we can, out of definitions that we covered already, can come up with an answer. But I just don't want it just like that. I want it in a 2-column proof. 2-column proof is very similar to what we did with window notes. Remember that? Remember when we did window notes, problem, process, sources, summary? Remember that? So I said something like this. You get your window note, problem, process, sources, summary. But right now I'm only going to focus on these two on top. And instead of calling them problem, process, I'm going to call them step and reason. Step and reason. So watch. My first step is to write the problem that I started with. And I write if measurement of angle 1 is 37 degrees, find measurement of angle 3. Where did I get this from? The problem, so what should I write here? Everyone? Given. Remember when we started the paragraph at the end of the summary? So this was given. So now, check this out. Let me ask you this. We're looking at angles, and right now you're just paying attention, right? Right? You're not writing anything down, you're just paying attention? Okay? So, we're looking at angle 1 and 3. Tell your neighbor what 1 and 3 have in common. What are 1 and 3? America, what are they? So America said that angles 1 and 3 are vertical. So that would be the first thing that I would write, that angle 1 is vertical to angle 3, and a way of writing that is measurement of angle 1 is congruent to measurement of angle 3. Do you agree with this? That they measure the same? Guys? Yes. And how do we know that? Because they are what? Vertical. Therefore, now that I have pretty much the reason or the proof as to why I think this is that, therefore, what is the measurement of angle 3, everyone? 37 degrees, and that is my solution. Copy that, please. Piece of cake? Yes? So now, what I want you to do, look up, please. Instead of doing this for this, I want you to do another 2-column proof. However, for angle 4. If measurement of angle 1 is 37 degrees, find angle 4. So turn to your neighbor, let them know what to write here and there, and the very first line. Go. Get it started, please. What do I write as the title here and here? Patrick. Step and reason. Thank you. Pass it to someone. Sergio, what's our first line? What do I write? If measurement of angle 1, 37 degrees, find measurement of angle 4. And what do I write here for the reason? Given. All right, let me zoom in. Yes. Most likely, yes. Did everybody hear the question? He said, Mr. Q, is the first one always given? Yes, because we usually write here what was given in the problem or whoever gave you the problem to solve. Okay? All right, and you guys remember when we did the summary, we always start with I was given blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. Pass it to someone. Chris B. So we're looking at angles 1 and 4, Chris B. What can you tell me about angles 1 and 4 before we write our step? They're adjacent. So here in the reason, we're going to write adjacent. Damn. Angles. Adjacent angles. Therefore, since they are adjacent, we know that in order to find angle 4, what do I need to do, Chris B? Okay, so how do we find it if we know that these two are adjacent and we know the measurement of angle 1? That is correct. Bam. Huh? Oh. These two angles are adjacent, which means they are 180 degrees, right? But they want us to find the measurement of angle 4, right? Therefore, yes. Uh, you wouldn't get fully wrong, but you'd get points taken off because supplementary means that they are only 180 degrees. But I can say the same thing about 1 and 2. Is that correct? Yes. But why specifically are we saying that these two, we're using these two in order to find our measurement for angle 4? Because they're side by side and they add up to 180, but what is specifically about these that they're sharing the side and they are adjacent? You see? Kind of, sort of. So, with that said, everyone with his measurement of angle 4? Everyone? 143 degrees. Solution. Everybody got it? So let's see how this looks. So this is how we found the first angle. This is how we found the second angle. Okay? So the next one you're going to do by yourself. Yes? Here we go. Example 1B. Copy this one. It says, use a diagram to find each angle measure. If measurement of angle 4 is y degrees, find measurement of angle 2. And I'm going to give you that y equals 123 degrees. So for the first two-column proof, I want you to find me measurement of angle 2. For the second column proof, I want you to find me measurement of angle 3. Go. All right, let's see. Measurement of angle 2. Who went last? Crispy, take someone? Seabass. Measurement of angle 2. What'd you get? Hands if you agree with 57 degrees. Oh my goodness. All right. Notice the first thing that you should have looked at is what do angle 4 and 2 have in common or have related? What is it? Vertical, which means they measure what? The same. So therefore, what is the measurement of angle 2? 123. That is correct. Pass it to someone. Christopher. V. Chris V. What'd you get for angle 3? Okay. Who can help him out? Chris R. 57 degrees. And why do you say that? And also because angles 2 and 3 are what? Adjacent. Does everybody see that? That is correct. Okay. Show me with the fingers how comfortable you are with this. 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. We got some 4s, 4.5s, 3s, 4s, 5s. Okay. All right. Move on to example 2. Copy this one, please. Example 2A. Draw this, please. And it says, use a diagram to name each figure. A right angle, 2 acute angles, and let's add one more to this. Also, 2 obtuse angles. Copy that, and we'll go over this together. Once again, this is more like a review. Hopefully it starts coming back right now when we get started. Copy that, please. 500%. All right, here we go. So, part A says a right angle. What do we know about right angles? They measure how much? 90 degrees. So look at the 90-degree angle, and it's formed by this ray, and this is the vertex. Therefore, this angle can be written as angle TQS. Or, which other way can we write it? SQT. The vertex always goes in the middle. Good observation. And what is the vertex? Q. Okay? Any questions with 90-degree angles? Pretty simple, right? Let's go to acute angles. Acute angles are angles that measure less than 90 degrees. Or the way I think I already told you this some time back. Here it goes again. Like the smallest humans on Earth are babies. And when you see babies, you're like, oh, a cute baby. A cute baby. Cute, get it? A cute baby. A cute. So the angles that are smaller than 90 degrees are acute angles, like. Thank you, Patrick. Very good. So with that said, let's write our first angle. Let's see. Jocelyn, help me with this angle. How would I write this angle? Angle TQP. Or angle we did TQP or PQT. Yes, that is correct. So we got this one. How about this one right here? Julia. Angle SQR or angle RQS. That is correct. And notice they're keeping the Q, since it's a vertex, in the middle of the angle. Pretty simple? And the last one, 2 obtuse angles. Obtuse are angles that are greater than 90 degrees. Obtuse. So let's see. The first one, who can give me the first one? Boss, go. PQR. You need to say angle PQR. Angle PQR. That is correct, because that makes how many degrees? 180. Who can give me another one? Patrick. Oh, and by the way, this one, or angle RQP. SQP or angle what? PQS. Everybody see what we're doing? Yes. Okay, hold on. And one last one before we leave. Check this out. Look up. You're also going to see on your home plate a transversal. Look up. You don't have to copy this. Just pay attention. You're going to need 2 parallel lines. This one and this one are parallel. And when a line intersects both of them, it creates some relations. Watch. All these angles look about the same right here. Do you guys notice that? That means this angle measures the same as this one the same as this one, and so on and so forth. Those are called corresponding. The other relation is that We also have alternate interior. In the interior of the two parallel lines, if you alternate sides, those are the same angles. Now, if I was to cut this and flip it, it would give me the same thing. Do you guys see it? Here it goes in case you don't see it. Watch. You see how it's the same? All right, and the last kind of relation is that the alternate exterior. This one, the alternate outside exterior, alternate from the transversal, this one measures the same as this, same as this. Also, if I was to cut this and if I was to flip it, it would look like this. Is that correct? So that's what you're going to be seeing for tonight's home play and some examples that look like this. So before you leave, if this is 124 degrees, tell your neighbor what angle does this one correspond to from over here. Therefore, what is the measurement of angle 4? 124. So your play sheet is over here. Home play is play sheet. Unite.
Can't grab one.
Play sheet 3.2, 3-2. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy your home play. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.